So in the fall of 1975, there was an election happening. It was an election year. And Shifu encouraged us all as American citizens that we should be informed about what was happening in the election. And he set up a series of candidate nights at Gold Mountain Monastery and invited the people who were running for office, among them Quentin Kopp and Carol Ruth Silver and Moscone and many other very well-known figures came and spoke at Gold Mountain, and he encouraged us to ask questions so that we could make up our own minds. And when Carol Ruth Silver, who was running for district attorney at the time, came, she brought with her her adopted son, Ahui, who's now Stephen, but his baby name was Ahui. She had adopted him from Taiwan, and he had already lost one mother, I think a motorcycle accident, and so he was very attached to her, and it was difficult for him to leave her. So she brought him with her to the candidates' night, and while she was speaking, Reverend Heng Shi was writing Chinese characters with Ahui. And so afterwards she said, "You really need to start a school because I really want Ahui to continue learning Mandarin. And all of the schools in San Francisco teach only Cantonese." So the nuns looked to me and said, "You're always playing with the kids. You should start a school." So Carol said, "Yeah, I'll do all the paperwork." And being the amazing person she was, this was November, and by March 1st, 1976, she had everything in place. And we had gathered together about, I think there were 8 students. Our Master Heng Chi's son was here too, so he was the oldest. So he was about 10 or 11, I think 11. And the youngest was about 4.5. And my only training to be a teacher was a year of working as an assistant teacher at a nursery school, preschool. And actually I continued to do that. Shifu said I didn't need to quit. So in the mornings, I taught preschool, and the nuns took care of the school until I got home at lunchtime. And it was a little chaotic that first year. And it was definitely learn as you go kind of thing. So he helped me a lot in those early days. And he taught as every situation arose. It wasn't like he sat me down and said, "This is how you run a school." He told us general things. We should teach kids to be filial to their parents. We should teach them to be respectful to their elders, to be good citizens. And other than that, he really left it to us to figure out until something happened, and then he would try and help us out of the difficult situation. Of that first group of students, we did go and visit him a couple of times. We took a field, there were so few kids that I could take them anywhere. So we took a field trip to Gold Mountain to see Shifu, and they all took refuge. And their names were all from the 7 jewels from the Amitabha Sutra. So there was a Guo Ma and Guo Nao. There was a Guo Che and Guo Ju, Che Ju Ma Nao. So he gave them all the names. And then we had an Ananda, that was her name. And then one of the nuns had a son named Josh, and he said that was Jasha, Kashyapa. So they were a very interesting group of children. At the City of 10,000 Buddhas, he did come to visit. And if you go into Dharma Master Bin's classroom now, she has these pink desks they adjust so that they can come up or they can be flat, and the kids drove me nuts with them because they were always opening them and shutting them and making noise with them. And the first thing Shifu did, he came in the back of the classroom and went bam, 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 bam with the desk, and then just grinned at me. But he did get up and he gave a lesson, and I don't remember the whole thing, but I remember he wrote on the board in Chinese, "Animals have 4 legs and people have 2. And if you want to be a person, then you should offer up your conduct and, and be a good person. Be a good person." And I remember one little girl asked him what that meant. He said, "You should be filial to your parents." And she said, "Well, what if you're just a little bit not filial? Is that okay?" And he got a big grin on his face and said, "Yeah, that's okay. Maybe you'll just have one eye that's not in the right place." And then he laughed. And she didn't know what to think. But I have followed her since, and she has always been very filial to her parents. So I don't know if she remembers that. But he had a way, he was very gentle with the kids. He often played with them in the Buddha hall. He would sit in a chair in the back. He would sometimes give the kids candy if they would bow to the Buddha.
"认识这个字吗？这是鸟，鸟就是bird，鸟，会飞，鸟会飞 ，can fly， 鸟会飞啊。马，那是马 ，horse， 能跑，能 run， 马会 run， this bird， 这个鸟啊，穿的花花绿绿的，很好的衣服，还有啊，很喜欢高了飞，马能跑，鸟会飞，马能跑，
会飞，马
能跑，鸟会飞，马能跑，
马会飞，马能跑，
马是 horse， 马能跑，你看那马跑的很快的嘛，有汽车那么快。
What if you are filial, but sometimes you don't do what they say?
如果你孝顺父母，可是有的时候不听话。
那就不是孝顺父母。
That's not being filial.
要是孝顺父母，就要以顺为孝，要顺从父母的心。
If you're really filial, that means that you always do what you can to do. You're supportive of what they're trying to do.
What if you only do a little bit?
If you're afraid to eat him,
一点点不听话，就有一点点的丑陋。
Then I'm going to be filial. I thought bird was out of I remember that one.
这个字念给我听听。
Okay, you guys, recite the characters on the board. Come on. Would you?
鸟会飞，马能跑。
好。鸟会飞，马能跑。
鸟
会飞，
鸟能跑。
鸟会飞，马
飞。鸟会飞。马能跑。 说一个对人，对非对马能跑，这就是一个对人。